Odysseus got home. He was not aware of this yet. After leaving the island of the Cyclopes, the fleet sailed to the floating island of Aeolus, keeper of the winds. Aeolus welcomed them, fed them for a month, and listened to Odysseus tell stories about Troy. When the fleet was ready to leave, Aeolus gave Odysseus a gift, a bag made from the hide of an ox containing every unfavorable wind in existence, tied shut with a silver cord. The only wind left out was the west wind, the one that would carry them home. They sailed for 9 days. On the 10th day, they could see the signal fires of Ithaca. They could see the coastline. They could see home. Odysseus fell asleep. He had not slept in 9 days. This was reasonable. While he slept, his crew gathered around the bag. It was clearly valuable. Aeolus had given it directly and personally to Odysseus. That was suspicious. It was probably treasure. It was unfair that only Odysseus knew what was inside. They opened it. Every trapped wind erupted simultaneously. The fleet was driven at full speed back the way it had come. By the time Odysseus woke up, they were back at the island of Aeolus. He understood immediately what had happened. He went to Aeolus and asked for help a second time. Aeolus refused. The gods clearly hated Odysseus specifically, and he did not want to be involved in whatever that was. The fleet rowed away without the bag. After 6 days, they reached the land of the Laestrygonians. Odysseus, out of habit developed through experience, anchored his own ship outside the harbor. The other 11 ships sailed in. The Laestrygonians were giants. They appeared on the cliffs above and threw boulders down until every ship in the harbor was wrecked. Then they speared the men in the water and carried them off for food. Odysseus cut his anchor rope and rowed out as fast as possible with the one ship he had not sent into the harbor. He arrived at the island of Aiaia with one ship and whatever crew had been on it. The rest were gone. The island belonged to a goddess named Circe. Odysseus sent half his remaining crew to investigate. They found a house in the woods. Circe fed them a meal laced with a potion and turned them into pigs. One man who had stayed at the door watched all of this happen and ran back to report. Hermes appeared on the path to Circe's house and gave Odysseus a herb called moly, which would protect him from her potions. The potion had no effect on him. He drew his sword. Circe recognized someone the potion should have worked on and asked who he was. Then she reversed the transformation and restored every man. Odysseus and his crew stayed on the island for a year. The food was good. Circe was gracious. Nobody was being eaten. Eventually, his men reminded him they were supposed to be going somewhere. Next episode, Circe explains the detour.